Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and before we get into today's vlog, I wanted to update you guys on a couple of things. First of all, check out my emotional support chicken that one of you made me and sent me right after I had my breast cancer double mastectomy. But that wasn't what I wanted to tell you. Number one is that I restocked my ranunculus corms. I'm caught up on shipping. I have a bunch of surplus of a few varieties, and that is Elegant Salmon, gorgeous Italian ranunculus. We have Bianco Sfumato, which is also a gorgeous elegance variety, and it's kind of like that picote, beautiful trim on the petals, so delicately colored in a bunch of different pastels. And then we have La Dolce Vita, which is a mix of the Pastel Elegance collection. Gorgeous colors. I have surplus. I also have more of the Amandine Red that is gorgeous. I believe there are some iceberg quantities left, which is like a beautiful white ranunculus. Anyway, I've restocked my website. If it says sold out or it says not available, change the quantity and you'll find which ones. And then I also have a crazy surplus of Levante Rosa, which is the flower of the year for 2024. You must grow it. It's gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see it again in my high tunnel in the springtime. I also wanted to let you guys know about an opportunity that was just presented to me a few days ago from Jake. You guys know Jake. He is the wholesale for the small scale grower on Facebook, and he sells smaller quantities to small growers. He reached out to me because he had an opportunity with a flower farm close to him to sell a lot of peony roots, and he's got a surplus of peony roots. Oh, excuse me, my buddy's here. Say hello, Mr. Cat. Say hi. This is Cat. He's gotten quite a bit larger since he was just a kitten about a year ago. Anyway, Jake has put together some collections. He's got some collections, which the shipping is included on those pricing. And then he also has bundles of 5 roots. If you buy 1 bundle, you'll have to pay shipping. If you buy 2 bundles, you'll have to pay shipping. If you buy 3 or more bundles, that shipping is included in the price of those bundles. I put all in the description of this video. There is a link for my website, which is where the ranunculus corms are shipping right from here, literally 30 feet away in my garage. That's where I'm shipping the ranunculus. Jake, he's over on the other side of the country. He's on the West Coast. The first week of November is when he will start shipping the peony roots. So if you guys can dig, you can plant peonies. If you can't dig, if your ground is frozen, or if you think it's gonna be frozen by mid-November, don't order. But if you'll be able to get your shovel in the ground or pre-dig the holes, I've done that before, and then you just fill them in when the roots come in, you can go ahead and order. And the link to that, it's a Google document. That's how Jake keeps track of his orders. That's also in the description of this video. Just wanted to present the opportunities for you guys. We are coming up into a long winter season where we're gonna spend the entirety of it dreaming about blooms to clum. Blooms to clum. Blooms to come. Anyway, that's it. Let's dive right into this vlog where I get a little bit dirty and a little bit crazy. We'll see you soon. Good morning, flower friends. We are in the process of rehydrating the hoop house, Henry the hoop house, because we have some fresh soil to put in here. But because Aya did not grow in here this summer and it did not get any water, it is severely dehydrated. So we have these water tanks that we filled up, and we are gonna put a sprinkler in the hoop house and just let it run and let all this water saturate into the ground. And then we have this fresh composty mix. It's a local guy dropped it off, and we're gonna add that to the soil along with a little bit of amendment in the way of a little bit of fertilizer. And then I'm gonna prep, and hopefully by the end of this week, we have the hoop house planted. We've got water pump and basically a little tiny generator. It runs, this is how I water the fields down with the drip irrigation as well. We use the same water tanks and the same pump and the same Generac battery. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize he already has it set up in here. It is, let me get down there. It is running. Oh, that's kind of perfect. We obviously have more tilling to do around the edges here, but this is something that we don't want to do yet until it is moist in here, because honestly the dust is insane when we try to till in here because it is so dry. And in case you forgot why we're prepping this hoop house, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 trays of overwinter flowers, including campanula, feverfew, nigella, and we've got some pansies and some delphiniums. And this is our BCS tractor. We bought this last year specifically for the hoop house, and it's going to be tilling up. We got the tiller attachment on it. We have a couple of other attachments for it, but this is what we're going to go with as soon as it's ready in there to mix it all in. While Henry the hoop house is being hydrated, it's windy, guys. I am headed out to knock down my hydrangea field. If you're new here, I have 180 limelight hydrangeas that clearly we've gotten some very cold nights. We've gotten down to about 25 degrees is our low so far. Yes, it's only October, but I have two patches. This patch, whoop, and this patch I left a beautiful walkway for dreamy pictures. And then these are the ones that got really trampled by 20 feet of snow last year. But as you can see, they did bounce back. They bloomed probably 3 or 4 weeks later than they have in years past. And a lot of breakage, but guess what? That's okay. I'm going to go through and trim these down. I'm going to cut them in half. That's my plan. I do not have a tripod. I left it in town accidentally, so I'm going to probably not get much video of me doing this, but I'm just going to walk through and take her down. This is my little DeWalt. It's got a little safety right here. Just runs on a DeWalt battery, and it was a gift from my mother and father-in-law a couple of Christmases ago, and I use it all the time, especially for this. So as you can see, I just sheared it. And this keeps the heads a nice workable size. It keeps the stems long. If I took it down to the ground, I posted a video a couple of years ago from Sunflower Steve. He took it down until they were only about 18 inches tall, and that made the really ridiculous, over-the-top, massive basketball-sized panicles on 5-foot stems. So if you're looking for something for specific wedding use, maybe like arbor work, you can cut them down further for bigger growth the next year. But I found that the last few years, just chopping them in half, that made this perfect bouquet-sized panicle. They're just the very perfect size for my needs. Okay, I'm gonna keep chopping away. I've done a couple rows, but you see that row in the middle? I didn't do that one yet. So this is the difference. I'm gonna walk back between the left and the right. I did not do the left yet. Whew, I still have a couple in the middle here. I do like, ew, spiders, ew, bugs, ew, ticks, but I just kind of have to close my eyes. Well, not completely close my eyes, but I just have to suck it up and walk through and then do a tick and spider check at the end of the row. My pants get like that yucky, and then my pocket, oh, she got lots in there, but I'll take care of that afterwards. Just getting it done. Knew that was gonna happen. I'm gonna use a panicle to hold my phone up. Okay, I got that first row, and now I have about 10 more rows to go. I'll get it. I'm just going to show you this plant as an example of what happened last year. So the plant was completely destroyed by snow, and you can see where the snow cracked it here, cracked it here, cracked it here. But this was almost like giving it a big trim. Look at all the stems. Like, look how long these are all hydrangea stems. Look how beautifully long they are. Man, because of my breast cancer journey this summer, I wasn't able to harvest and use all the flowers that I needed. This is actually the first time since my surgery that I've been in the hydrangea field. I only cut maybe 30 of them for Veda's graduation party, and I had help that day, if you'll remember. But these would have been epic stems to harvest, and a lot of them are like this because of all that snow collapse that we had. If you're wondering if it's too late to do this for your hydrangeas, If you have regular nights below freezing already, I wouldn't do it. But if you got a couple of weeks before the nights to go below freezing and where you cut will be able to heal before it freezes, we've got mild temperatures this week in the forecast. In fact, it's 73 today. I mean, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, but it's going to be 73 today. So we don't really have any cold freezing nights in the forecast this week. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and give them a trim. If you do have cold nights in the forecast, you can go ahead and do this in late winter, same time frame. If you are regularly like above 40 degrees in like March or April or whenever your winter is over with, wherever your climate is, you can wait until late winter, early spring to do the same thing. All right, I got most of them chopped down to size. Still have a few in the back, but honestly, I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna take a break. I think 75% of them are trimmed, so I'm happy. This is the gooseneck loosestrife. This is what it turns to in the fall. It's stunning. It has this gorgeous fall color, but I don't really ever use it, even though it looks like this year I could have. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I totally could have used this. A lot of times the leaves end up with a fungus and they'll get dots all over it, but this actually looks so amazing. I might actually cut these and incorporate them with some beautiful roses and stuff that I have at the shop that I used for the bouquet bar the other day. Oh my gosh, I'm totally using these. I don't know about the climate where you guys live, but we did not have rain very much at all this summer, and I'm guessing that that's a reason why these don't have those damaged spots, because this is awesome. Checking in on Henry, it looks like Brad is moving the sprinkler. How's it going? I mean, I bet you that's just superficial wetness. If I put my finger on it, it's going to be dry right underneath this top layer. Oh, wow, it's not. Okay. Awesome. This is great news. Okay. Second sprinkler location enabled. I haven't talked to you guys about this, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to have this hoop house. I am a little bit frustrated at the width of it. I'd like to have a wider hoop house. And I just think that I might eventually get a bigger one, to be honest with you. And I think this plastic's on its last year. We're going to have to put a new poly on here. So I think next year I'll have to decide if I want to keep this one and put new plastic on it. Brad's got that frost cloth. This is, I think, a 500-foot roll, and I think it's 12 feet wide. This is going to go over the entire thing after it's planted. Just went in and grabbed my coffee, and I just saw Brad come out here with the BCS, and he's going to give it a try and see if there's enough moisture in the back to till it up. Oh, it's still pretty cloudy, but better than it was. Wow. Anyone else thinking about Charlie Brown? Okay, while he gets into that, I actually am going to go down and start to lift my dahlia tubers. My only tools I'm bringing down to the field with me right now, which I should actually grab some clippers, is this pitchforky thing and then just one bulb crate. I know I need more, but I'm walking down and I can't really carry any more than that. I'll come up from the field and grab probably the Kubota, my RTV, but it's full of stuff for the compost right now. So I was cleaning out those garden beds yesterday, which I will do more of today. I'm just looking for a pair of clippers. I don't think I have them in here. This is our red shed inside the red shed that I love so much. Brad's got some four-wheelers in here, extra tires, bicycles are hanging. I don't see some shears in here, some clippers. So I'm gonna have to find them in the garage. Let's do that. There are a lot of different methods for tubers and stuff like that. Oh, should I use these? Nope. Those are pliers. Those are not even mine. I don't even know what I have. Have you seen any loppers for me? Huh? Loppers, like shears?
For what?
For cutting my dahlias. I can use these. I thought we had my smaller ones in here, but I don't think we do. I'm going with these ones, these Fiskars. I've never used them for this before. They're actually Brad's, but I'm pretty sure I brought all of my clippers to town for the bouquet bar, and I'm just going to take those down. They're a little bit overkill, but that's okay. I am trying to solve my tripod problem, and it would be easily solved if I took the 20 minutes to drive to the shop and back with the tripod, but instead I'll spend half an hour looking for an alternative at home. Anybody else? I should just go to town and grab it. This is my seed starting room. We'll be using this soon. I'm so excited. Guys, I was just taking this box of salsa mix down the hill to use it as a tripod to leave my phone against. And I just opened my car door. I have my tripod. I'm an idiot. Woohoo! You gotta celebrate those wins, right? Gotta go way down the hill. Yep, way down the hill. A little windy. You're looking at a dead field. A dead field. The only thing that's still semi-alive is the Sahara rudbeckia, and obviously the blooms have all been frost damaged, but if you look down, we've got new Sahara side shoots, but nah. I might keep this, I might till it up, unclear. So look how sad this is. This is my dahlia patch. I mean, it's 120 feet long, but they never grew. I did not have drip on them. I had drip on everything else, and we did not get any rain. So my dahlias suffered from lack of me. I was not able to water them. Brad came down here and turned the drip on the entire flower field, but the dahlias needed to be hand watered, and we just didn't have time for that. And after I had surgery in July, which was like July 16th, so it was just not in the cards for us this year for the dahlias. I'm just really fortunate that we had a successful season regardless of my breast cancer diagnosis. So next year, I keep saying this every year, it's like, next year, it's the one. I'm still saying it. I'm not giving up. I don't even know what variety is what. We literally just threw everything in the ground. So I am not even gonna label anything. Everything is just going in a big old crate. Oh, they're so cute. Okay. Lopper's not even working. It's not even working. Oh well. I guess I'll cut them. These stems are too squishy. Pretty big clumps. Brad brought me down a four-wheeler with that guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump this crate and then just keep filling that. Okay. I think that'll do. I pulled most of them. I left some that were like really tiny, but a lot of them, they're looking good. Whoops, I just snapped that one off, and that's okay. It's got a nice part of the crown. I did notice a couple with gall. I tossed them off to the side. I will be doing a closer inspection just to make sure that I'm not storing anything with disease. And maybe that's the reason why some of them didn't do so well. So anyway, I'm gonna leave these for a few minutes and plan my next mode of attack. Gonna get run down. Every time I do it with the four-wheeler, they snap. So we'll see. Okay, I've done this before, and every time the drip irrigation snaps. Let's see what happens. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. Okay, he's going slower than I did. I went like super fast and snapped the drip. Oh wow, he's doing well. He's doing so well. Can't believe how long our rows are. If we put another row next to the row, it would be insanely long. I was just inside for a while editing a video, and Brad actually managed to get Henry all tilled up. Wow. Yep, we used all of the water. All of the tanks are emptied out. He was able to get the sides tilled, and now we can load in the new soil and then do a little bit of work in here with flattening it out, and then we'll roll out the fabric, and then we'll get this guy planted. Oh my gosh. I am so excited that this is coming really to fruition here, because I was so worried we were not going to get this planted this year. This is just a reminder of what Henry the Hoop House looked like just a few weeks ago. This was the end of August. And then my friends from the gym, I asked them to come and help me because I wasn't able to pull. So they came and we spent about 3 to 4 hours in here, and they completely cleaned it out. And I'm good to plant, like, you guys saw me chopping down hydrangeas and digging up dahlias. Like, I'm good. I just have 2 weeks to get it all done, and then I won't be good for a while. This wind is insane. The leaves are just going all over the place. My peach trees. My babies. Okay, it's a couple days later. I am in cozy clothes in the garage, packing up some extra ranunculus orders that came in just over the last 24 hours. I'm caught up now, so I'm able to get orders out the door. But Brad just told me he's going to start moving the soil that we had delivered. It was raining for the past couple of days, so we haven't been able to do anything. But I said, hey, babe, I think if we move the soil in the hoop house, and then it won't be rained on anymore, and it can dry out a lot faster in there. So he's gonna go ahead and fire up the tractor and move the soil into the hoop house so that it can dry out, and then we can make it work in there. There he is. You can see how wet the soil is. It's so much darker than when he dropped it off. Okay guys, that'll do it for this video. I've got a lot of work to do. I did just put the calendar together. Woo, he's gonna hit me! I did just put the calendar together and sent that to the printer. So that'll be up for pre-order probably early November. And some exciting news. my Aunt Jan actually came up with a couple of new ornaments. A lot of you guys were loving her hand-painted ornaments last year, so we'll have those on the website very soon. So thank you everyone for the support. Very excited. I am 9 days away from surgery, so we're gonna be planting up that hoop house over the next week. We'll see you soon. I made a spooky sourdough, guys. Look how cute it is. Oh, I love it. He's gonna be shipping those the first week in November is when he's gonna be dreaming about blooms to clum. Blooms to clum.